my dear class 10 students, welcome on the platform Deeksha Vedantu. Hope everything is clear, visible to all my students. Am I audible? Just let me know. I can see Malika saying anyone is here. Beta, I am here. So hope the sessions are going great for all of you guys. We have launched good series and today will be the first day for SST. Okay, and the target is bit like larger one because we are going to cover the complete history today. And you might be wondering, ma'am, how is it possible to complete history in one single day? We are going to make it possible with our crazy technique of using mind maps, previous year questions and some important questions too. So hi Rohit, hi, how are you? Hope all you guys are doing great and your preparations are also going great. So before moving with the session, just give me a like on the session so that we can proceed. So hello Jhalak, RJ Jhalak, hello Jeet, welcome on the platform Deeksha Vedantu. To all my bacha party, the session is going to be crazy today. Okay, I'll just give a brief about the session because in between we will have no time. Okay, so don't take it as a stress way, but take it that it will help you for the revision. Okay, yeah, it will be individual chapters. The mind map will be individual. Like we have 4 chapters to cover in history. I'll show you that. Okay, we have 4 chapters to cover in history. Rise of nationalism in Europe, the first one with high weightage. Then we have nationalism in India, making of global world, and it will end with the print culture and the modal world. So students, I have some what we can say strategy, some rules for the sessions today. Just let me know, are you like happy to join it? Are you someone who will follow all the rules or not, so that I can proceed likewise? Good evening Malika, I studied up to 2 AM. Very good. Now you guys will do eventually. You have no other options. We have to give our efforts before exams, and that's not bad. That's very glad. Hi Kevin, very good evening, and I can see that you have joined today on time and you will not say ma'am I missed the live session. Okay, very good. Crazy how physics, chemistry are considered these different subjects and SST as a single word, because beta I can see that you have 19 chapters in SST. Okay, and if I will do separately everything now, I consider that it won't be like easier to balance all of them. That's why we are doing that. Okay, what is the name? Okay, hey, happy to join. Welcome to everyone. Great beta, great. To all those who are spamming here, you are not welcome. So those who are really here for studying, Tanvi Ma'am will welcome you very wholeheartedly. Okay, others can make their choices elsewhere. So history with rise of nationalism in Europe, the rules are such that rule number 1, you will take a copy, a pen alongside while watching this video, this live, and studying with me, and that's very important. Rule number 2, we will quickly revise the mind map, so stay concentrated because then only you will be able to solve all the questions that I have put in the live session. And rule number 3, we have some crazy homework questions today and you are going to solve it by today itself. So give me a thumbs up if you are ready to follow all my rules. Okay, get it? Beta परेशान करना, spamming मतलब परेशान करना. Okay, yeah, Arihant, I forget, it's Arihant. How long will it take? Arihant, it will be a little longer, some around 2 hours. I'll try to cover it faster if you want, else we will take time and complete our history today. Okay, chalo, crazy. Let's begin with the first one. But before moving to the mind map, I'll have one question in front of you that can boost you guys. Okay, a warm-up question. Match list 1 and 2 that's in front of you. List 1 and list 2. So in the list 1 there are certain dates. You need to match them with the events connected or associated with the dates. Codes are given below in the form of options. Everyone start focusing on the question. Try to answer it. Give me the answer. Okay. All in one ka hona, Arihant. Okay, acha. Okay, to all those who are praising me, thanks a lot. But more than that, I want your like in the live session. Thank you, beta, thank you for considering me as beautiful, but more beautiful will be when you study this. Okay, chalo, start with the answers. I'm not getting your answers, bacha. So the question is regarding the dates: 1797, then we have 1814, 1821, 1848. You need to match them with their respective respective events. So meanwhile you guys are judging or guessing the answer, I'll share you which is the correct answer. I'm getting the answers. However, hello to everyone who are joining here. So students, see how we need to solve all these type of questions are basis for history. They are genuinely asked in history. Okay, you will see around 2 to 3 questions in a similar pattern in your exam. Like we will start doing that. Like Greek struggle for independence. So it began in the year 1821. Okay, it began in the year 1821. Fall of Napoleon. We know that in 1815 Treaty of Vienna was signed. So fall of Napoleon around 1814. Then Napoleon invaded Italy in 1797 and revolution, it happened in 1848. We know that the France became republic at that time. So we can see that A ka ho gaya 2. So where is A2? A2 is in either first wala or D. So we can eliminate this option B and C. Very good. Now moving to the next one. B ka hai, it's 4. So for B, it's 4. Clearly D is the correct answer. Very good. Very good to all those who have arranged them in a very good manner. Your good answer is there. Okay. Low voice. Are you guys facing the issue with the low voice? Just let me know. I'll then clear that up. Ma'am, do we need to arrange in increasing order? No, beta. We don't need to arrange them in increasing order. Rather, we need to match the date associated with the event. Hope now it is clear. Okay, ready for the mind map or not? So moving to the next one, and the thing is, beta, rise of nationalism in Europe itself is a very, very, very big chapter. Okay, I know that. Now how to revise that chapter? First we will figure out that what are the important topics we need to cover. To all the students who might be thinking that question khatam ab chale jate hain. No, don't do that, because what you do na, I see whenever I am coming to the theoretical portion, you leave. Beta, don't do that. Before the exams, theory plus answer writing equally are very, very important, and the series is made for you for this purpose only. To all those who don't know about this, this is good series launched by Deeksha Vedantu, where we are teaching you with the help of mind maps. So basically this is the first revision you are going to do in your class 10. In phases we will bring some more innovative things to make your revision easier. Okay, समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या? समझ नहीं आ रहा बेटा? चलो, you don't know the meaning, is it? Okay, leave the class if you are here for spamming. I am not going to welcome like these types of comments. Chalo, not getting what you speak. Why? Am I speaking some different language that you are not able to understand? Chalo, rise of nationalism. So beta, the rise of nationalism chapter starts with French Revolution, what we studied in class 9. But here they are telling you that how the feeling of nationalism grow. How the feeling of nationalism grow. Then we have seen that in the year 1804, Napoleon came and Napoleon brought certain changes. Then that's the topic. Then liberal nationalism is an important topic. Custom union is there. After that we have Treaty of Vienna in 1815. Romanticism is the topic. Age of Revolution. See, when you reached till Romanticism, consider that you have completed half chapter of yours. Age of Revolution, Frankfurt Parliament. Oh, it's written twice. Unification of Italy and Germany. Two important topic. Strange case of Britain, and we will end it with the help of Balkan crisis. Now I am coming into the zone of teaching. I hope you guys will just focus and be concentrated, because we need to cover beta how many chapters today? 4 chapters. Okay, let's start. So the first thing, the chapter starts with a painting. Do you remember the painting or not? So the chapter starts with the painting. Hi Kritika, hello. Chapter starts with the painting made by a French artist. What was the name of the French artist? Just let me know. So the French artist's name was Frederick Sorrow. When he made that painting, good evening to everyone out here. Good evening, beta. So the painting was made in the year 1848 by Frederick Sorrow, and the painting represents that he is dreaming. He had a utopian vision, beta. He had a utopian vision that democratic, social and republic nations will be made in Europe. Okay. So this was the dream of Frederick Sorrow, and he considered that in future this dream will be fulfilled. और हुआ था कि नहीं हुआ था? बिल्कुल हुआ था. It happened, right? चलो, there are 8 chapters in old NCERT, but how people studied इतना सब पहले? They were crazy like. Okay, चल. After that painting, pay attention, after that painting, we have analyzed that in France. Always the revolution starts with which country, beta? Always the revolution starts with France. You studied last year 1789 revolution. But in that revolution, one common thing was there in the people of Europe. What was that? Nationalism. The feeling of, beta, what? Nationalism. Okay? Very, very important 5-marker question. Very, very important 5-marker question. What was that? How did the feeling of nationalism rose among the French revolutionaries? I am telling you the 5 points. Revise it right now. Use that pen paper I asked you to take. Okay, write it right now because you will revise it likewise. So the 5 points are such that the idea of la patrie and les citoyens was emphasized. Why? To bring the idea of collective, what we can say, united community among the citizens. What is la patrie? What is la patrie, beta? The fatherland. And what is les citoyens? Les citoyens means, beta, citizens. So the people of France, the citizens of France considered it as to what? A fatherland. So first point, remembered or not, French flag was made replacing the Royal Standard flag. Second point, National Assembly, okay, National Assembly was formed, and that National Assembly was formed basically replacing the already existing state union, and this will be elected by the people, representatives, okay. Hymns composed, oath taken, martyrs were commemorated, and all was this done in the name of nation. देश के लिए, किसके लिए कर रहे हैं? On the name of nation, ठीक है. Centralized administrative system was done, so that common rules will be there for whole nation, because up till now different dynasties are ruling, and all those dynasties are having their own sets of rules and regulations. Okay, so we need a centralized administrative system. Common weights and measures were made. Internal custom duties were abolished. What happened? From one territory to another, when they move with their goods, a tax was collected. So it made that goods so expensive. To end that, internal custom duties were abolished. Regional dialects were discouraged, because when people speak different language, they don't feel themselves as united. To make that feeling, what was promoted, beta? The language French was promoted. Okay, so hope you understood the first question, very, very first question of this. Good evening, Lenvo Rathor. Very good. Okay, so chalo, very good. We are completed with the first topic, that how feeling of nationalism rose among the people of France. Then we have seen in 1804 in France, Napoleon came into power. Who came into power, beta? Napoleon came into power. He brought a code referred as civil code. Year, jaldi batao, what is the year? Okay, year, that is 1804. First point, he did away all the privileges on the basis of birth. Did away all the privilege. Repeat after me, speak after me, that only you will able to revise it, okay? So, he did away all the privileges on the basis of birth. Why? Because there were clergy, there were nobles, there was third estate. Everyone was everyone was different, right? To bring equality among them, okay? To bring equality among them and give them right to property. Basically, when Napoleon came, he was so extreme person. He wanted to cover all the territories. So he exported this code to the territories he occupied. Okay, he simplified the system because so big power, na. He wanted a simplified administrative division. He ended feudalism, feudal system, and trade guilds were restricted. So this was what is done by Napoleon. Ma'am, your voice is coming first and your explanations later. It is frustrating. Beta, there might be problem with your YouTube or your net connection, right? If others are facing the same issue, just let me know, beta. I'll sort that out. Okay, very good. Hello to everyone who has joined. I can see you guys have said me good evening. Hello, I am busy in explaining more today, so don't worry, I'm not neglecting you guys. You stay connected, stay concentrated throughout the session, because by this session you're going to thank me later that ma'am, it was a crazy session, as I say. Okay, all your jalebi questions will be sorted after this session. Chalo, moving to the next topic. Okay, before moving to the next topic, I have brought you a similar type of question from the same topic. Okay, chalo, solve this out. Okay, I want answers from you. Everyone need to answer me. What concept was most likely emphasized by French revolutionaries to foster a sense of collective belonging among the French citizens? Okay, read the options in front of you. A, promoting regional autonomy to celebrate diversity. B, encouraging linguistic diversity to enrich cultural heritage. C, emphasizing the notion of united community under a constitution. Or D, granting exclusive privilege to the nobility to maintain social order. What do you think? What do you think? Super energy today, ma'am. Yes, Rohit, I am energetic. I want you to be energetic, because by history we will sort today. Okay, let's be super energetic. Just let me know how is the Josh. Today I plan to complete 10 sample papers in science, ma'am. I don't know. Yes, Malika, that's a very good decision. Go follow it. Okay. हाँ बेटा Bhuvnesh, it is for CBSE. Yes, it is for CBSE, and I am getting your answers as C. So what do you think? Is C correct answer? Yes, beta. Emphasizing the notion of united community. That's very, very clear that the people of France wanted what? Unity. And that is the reason the feeling of nationalism was growing within them. Get it? Chalo. Let's move to the next topic. Now we have seen that with the France example, we have seen that the idea of nation emerged. What idea emerged? Nation. That bhai, there is a boundary. Okay, there is a boundary. There will be a common entity ruling over that boundary. So the idea of nation state emerged here. After that, we have seen that now people wanted what? Beta, freedom. We know that the word liberal means freedom. It comes from a Latin word liber. You might have studied that. It comes from a Latin word what? Liber. So liberal nationalism, the feeling of liberal nationalism, as Napoleon itself was a liberal leader, was just spreading among the people of Europeans, and it was in three sense. Pay attention, important question will be repeated every year. Okay, what liberal nationalism stands for and what does it means in the perspective of social, economical and political. Get it? Chalo, समझते हैं. In the social issue, okay, sorry. In the social liberalism, it means that in society, what do you want? We want freedom of individuals. Okay, we want equality before the law. We want rights. Okay, get it? In the political aspect, what do we want? We want that a monarchy should work under the constitution. A government should be formed, that is by the representative of the people. This feudal system should be abolished, and this absolute monarchy should be boycotted or abolished. We can consider abolished. Get it? In the economic sense, what do you want? We want freedom of goods and market, so that the movement of goods and market will be easy. Is it clear? So 5-mark question. What is liberal nationalism? Explain that in the perspective of social, economic, political. Give me a thumbs up right now. I want. What's your name? Beta, my name is Tanvi Pahuja. Ma'am, a question asked from those purple boxes, name, sources, A, B, etc. Rohit, actually what happens now, in majority of times questions are not asked, but I would suggest if you want to be a topper, 9900 marks, I suggest have a reading, just go through it. Okay, let's not ignore anything. Chalo, very good, very good. So we are done with the next topic, liberal nationalism. Then what happened? One initiative was taken by Prussia, which is particularly the part of Germany now. The largest empire of Germany at that time took the initiative, wanted to abolish tariff barriers. Again, tariff barriers by tax do. Saman aage le jana hai, give me the taxes. Now, whenever you will pay the taxes, the saman will become expensive. Okay, so it abolished the tariff barriers and reduced the number of currencies from 11 to, how many number, give me in the comment section right now, tell me. From 11 to it was reduced to which number? And the creation, because what happened now, you want economic freedom. You are talking about freedom of market, freedom of currency. You need to develop what we can say, you need to develop a network of railways and communication, and this was actually done over here by the custom union. Okay, when was the custom union formed? This is the major and important question. 30 to 2. Okay, yes Rohit, I was wrong. I was saying chalo, it was reduced from 30 to 2. I want the year of custom union. Okay, after the custom union, what happened? Pay attention, beta. Right, let's move to the lineage. Let's see. By France it was absolute monarchy. Who are absolute monarchy? Conservative people who believe in the social order where differences are there, who believe in the social order where monarchy should exist. Conservative people. After conservative, who came? Napoleon came. Pay attention here. Conservative, then Napoleon came. How is Napoleon? Napoleon is a person who is liberal. So in Europe, which type of ideology was spreading, beta? Liberalism. But what happened with Napoleon, right? All of the conservative people clubbed together, fought a battle at Waterloo and defeated whom? Napoleon. Kisko hara diya? Napoleon ko hara diya. Is it clear? Defeated altogether Napoleon. Liberal ideology ended. What came? Again conservatism came, and that is referred as new conservatism. Referred as what, beta? New conservatism, and this came after Treaty of Vienna. What happened in the Treaty of Vienna? We guys know that British, Russia, Austria, Prussia all together defeated what? Napoleon. And this treaty was this treaty was hosted by Duke Metternich, the Austrian Chancellor of that time. And what they have done, what was the objective? To set up the boundaries in such a way that never ever the power such as Napoleon can exist or grow. So in the boundaries, they set up their own empires. So you need to right now today read all that settings of Treaty of Vienna. Okay, so we know there was conservatives, then we have what? Liberals, then came the new conservatives. But everything is not easy, right? Do you think that conservatives might be enjoying? No. What happened when you use pressure cooker? Okay, whenever there is extra pressure, whenever there is what? Extra pressure, it whistle. Hoga? So whenever new conservatives are putting so much pressure on the people, will they whistle out? Yes. Will revolution occur? Yes. Hoga na, kya hoga beta then? Revolution. Get it? Then there was rise of revolutionaries. Ab batao, clear hai? Up till here, is it clear? Ma'am, today I completed 3 sample papers. My God, how come? You completed 3 sample? Arey bhai, clap for this kid. Very good beta. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Chalo, answer this question in front of you and let me know up till here the whole chapter is clear to you or not. Let me sip water. You also take it. Super energetic, I guess you guys are today. Others also learn from him. This is how we need to solve the simple papers. Very, very good. Practice is what makes a man perfect. Abhi to you are kids. How will you become perfect? Clear. Chalo. Very good. Answer to the question in front of you. Bhai, read the question yaar. Ye bhi mehnat कराओगे क्या? पर आधा करने के बाद नींद आ गई. बहुत बढ़िया रोहित. भाई, get out of your comfort zone now. Your exams coming near. See, okay, Bourbon dynasty of France. So we know that in Treaty of Vienna, what happened? From France, power was taken and it was restored to. Beta, what? The Bourbon dynasty that existed before the French Revolution of 1789. Okay, so it is Bourbon dynasty. C is the correct answers, and all those who are here who are telling me answer as C, very good. Yatharth, do you really want to get blocked or what? Chalo, next one. Now, I am not going to solve it, but I am going to tell you the manner which we can write a perfect answer. That I always tell you, because I find always we have new students that need to know this. Okay, main objective of Zollverein. So beta, we have seen that there is custom union, which is also known as beta what? Zollverein, and they are asking you what was the main objective. So we know that basically the main objective of this custom union was to bring freedom in the economic manner, or we can say that freedom of market. Okay, they wanted to bring it like this. You will give an introduction that bhai, it was in the year 1834. It is known as Zollverein or custom union, and the initiative was taken by PETA, and the initiative was taken by which nation? It was taken by Prussia. Okay, we know that their objective was to reduce the currency from 32 to and abolish, very good, and abolish what? Tariff barriers. So now we can see that the question asks 3 points, but we managed to bring how many points? 4 points, and all of them are correct. And this is how you need to what? Write the answer. Write the answer in system. No, Rohit, no, I get your point, and this is the major mistake students are doing. They consider that bhai, SST is an easy subject. I know the answer. I'll manage to write it in exam. But bhai, what happens now? Have you seen the cricketers? Have you guys seen the cricketers? They know the cricket, they practice it a lot, but every time they have a match, they practice it on the field. Right? Are they required to do so? No. Do you think that you are so experienced as the cricketers are? As the Bollywood stars here, bhai, they know the acting, they have learned acting from different acting schools and many more such things. But still they practice it, bhai. Then why are you reluctant to practice? Understand the point here. Right? Don't ever consider yourself overconfident that I'll manage. Never ever. Every time you appear in the exam, consider yourself that bhai, I need to practice a lot. Get it? Hope you got my point. I solve a 20-mark history paper, pura 2.5 last. Okay, I know that up till now your kismat is good. Okay, but practice it. Chalo. Next, let's move to the next. Ma'am, can you give some tips to learn map? Bhai, I have something crazy for map. You need to wait in my class and watch it. Next one is about revolutionary. So where we left the last mind map, remember, conservative, liberals, new conservative, revolutionaries. Now the mind map is regarding revolutionaries. Beta, it was impossible for me to cover everything in one single page. Hence, I have made it. So in terms of revolutionaries, the first role is about Giuseppe Mazzini. Okay, Giuseppe Mazzini was an Italian revolutionary who for the very first time presented the idea of a united Italy nation. He said that God has intended considered the nations to be the natural unit of mankind. Okay, he was born in Genoa in 1807 and he has done so uprisings in 1831 and 1848. However, he never succeeded, but he was considered as the most what Duke Metternich proclaimed. Giuseppe Mazzini, tell me right now in the live chat option. It's okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my paper tomorrow. Can you tell me about panic, please? Beta, why you need to panic? Harsh words. Yes, they are harsh words. I always speak harsh words. Don't worry. So my paper is tomorrow. Can you tell me about panic? भैया किस बात का panic होता है तुम लोगों को यार? इतने बड़े बड़े एग्जाम देने, अभी नीट, you need to give IIT, you need to appear in UPSC. 10th class में panic. What is this? Water. Take water. Take deep breathe. Start studying. That is the only solution. No panic, no tension, no stress, no depression until I am here. Okay, chalo. Moving further, so we know about Giuseppe Mazzini. Then we have seen that basically in the entire atmosphere of Europe, revolutionaries were rising, and we know that every time the revolution starts with France. So this time it's 1830. So this time what it is, 1830. What happened? Now the power was in the hand of what, beta? Again, Bourbon dynasty through Treaty of Vienna. People were not happy and replaced it with constitutional monarchy. Okay, replaced it with what? Constitutional monarchy. Get it? Okay, who was made the head? Louis Philippe was made the head. As in France, revolution happened, Belgium also did. So Belgium was made the part of Netherlands through Treaty of Vienna. So they wanted to get independent. The revolution of France sparkled in Belgium too, and now it was separated. Okay. Now we have seen similar such revolution in Greece. Greece was the part of Ottoman Empire, got separated. The revolution started in the year 1821. One person, English poet Lord Byron, is associated with the event. Get it? 1832. Hi Abhinav, hello, how are you? Rohit, Louis Philippe forced not to flee in this revolution. Pay attention, it was in 1848, not here. Okay, here he was made the monarch. Yes, Abhinav, I can see that you said hello. You can say once also. I will respond to you. Okay. Chalo. Moving further, let's see. Now, France revolution, Belgium revolution, Greece revolution. Will Germany stay behind and watch everything? No. Now in the German Empire, pay attention. Now in the German Empire, Frankfurt Parliament, right? A parliament was made by the people. Here also the initiative was taken by Prussia. So what was the reason? German region. Who were the members? Middle class member. What were the objectives? To make a constitution, okay, so that there will be what? Representative government over there. What were the events happened in the Frankfurt Parliament, and was what the reason for the failure? So this is the whole story about. Whenever you will be writing answers for Frankfurt Parliament, add this 5 points. That is the reason I added this in the mind map. Clear? Very good. Now what happened? But the Europe was in problem by this phase of 1830. So ups and downs in the empire. Kai revolution ho raha hai, somewhere government is being changed and they are not working because they were absolute monarchy. Or whenever they were absolute monarchy, not only absolute monarchy, they were constitutional monarchy also, though they were not so responsive. So we have seen that, right? Okay, so we have seen that there were hunger, hardship and popular revolt. Because of this hunger, hardship, 1830s was a period where population rose. Okay, unemployment rose. Okay, and then we have seen people making slums in the urban areas, finding better jobs. So many of what we can say, so many of competition because of British goods flooded in the market of Europe. So that is the reason again there was a revolution, and this time it was in France, 1848, and this made Louis Philippe to flee. And in 1848 France became beta what? France became republic. Monica, I know maths. Okay, I know maths and I even know how to block you. So don't spam me. Okay, Coming to France, and there is an event of Silesia, not so important in the perspective of exam. We have one more topic, that's romantic imagination, or it is sometimes referred as romanticism. So in the romanticism, we know that what was done, like whenever the national anthem or national song is sung or it's somewhere being heard, we get goosebumps, we get feeling of like nation by Bharat Mahan hai hamara. Do you get that? Right? We get that. So whenever there is poetry, there were songs, there were literature, there was a feeling of connection towards the nation, that is referred as romanticism or romantic imagination. So yes, with the help of culture and language, okay, with the help of culture and language, feeling of nationalism grew. For obvious, a question coming in your exam, for obvious. Getting my point, beta? For obvious, the question will come. How culture played an important role in raising nationalist sentiments. In Germany, you will take the example of Johann Gottfried Herder, who stressed on folk culture. Italy, we have Karol Kurpinski, who it was basically a choir group, right, singing in the regional languages or vernacular language. Then you can give the example of Greece too. Okay, then one more question separately it comes, how language played an important role in raising nationalist sentiments. Here you are going to give the example of Poland Bacha. Very important, you need to understand the difference between the two. Here you will give the example of Poland, a nation who was under Russian dominance. Because of that dominance, Russian people or Russian authorities denied them to speak their Polish language. As a resistance, they spoke their Polish language in church gatherings, etc. However, like the people were arrested, the bishops were arrested and given jail and all that thing. But here, what language proved to be a resistance or to raise the feeling of nationalism within them. Get it or not? Get it? Chalo. So here we have seen what, beta? Revolutionaries. As we have seen them, let's talk about one of the question. Question is in front of you. I want the answers right now. Das Wok and Wogist. Very good, beta. I went to buy food. Now you are watching the live session with food, eating here and studying here. Perfect. Blend of perfection. Blend of a perfect class. Which class is this? You are attending the class and you don't know. Frankfurt Parliament is written again. Yeah, okay. We'll discuss that. Acha. Fake IDs here. Polonized dance and Merkinza dance also played an important role in promoting nationalist sentiments. Very good. A. So the question is, which of the following aspects best signify the image of Germania? Here you can see that this is the picture of Germania. When Frankfurt Parliament was convened, okay? When Frankfurt Parliament was convened, at the wall backside you will see this picture. And this picture exactly represent what? Heroism and justice. Exactly represent what, beta? Heroism and justice. Okay. To all those very good who have answered it as A, and to all those who are just spamming here, no words. I'll not speak anything now. Zyada ho jayega. Okay, so talking about Frankfurt Parliament as asked by Rohit here, ma'am explain it, I'll do it. But a Frankfurt Parliament first of all was convened here as revolutionary ideology was going. Now what happened? The people of that empire already knew that, German Empire already knew that we need to unite ourselves, as they tried it in custom union, economic unification. Okay, they tried it. It was the first step. Then here in Frankfurt Parliament, who came? German people came together. Okay, what were the members? Middle class members. Okay, they came together. What was the objective? That we will frame a constitution and our monarch will work according to that. Who will frame the constitution? A national assembly will be made for that. From where that national assembly is going to come? They will be elected by the people. So basically it will be a representative government. Get it? Okay. There will be a parliament formed and that parliament will work according to the constitution and monarch has to work according to constitution. Get it, beta? So they wanted a constitutional monarchy. But what happened, right? They went to the ruler of, monarch of Prussia at that time, asked him, like, bhai, banega tu yahan par constitutional monarch? He said, oh my God, you will snatch all my powers. Kyun banunga main? If someone snatch all the powers from you, will you accept that? No, he denied. Second reason for the failure was that the middle class people was taking charge of this parliament, hence the demands of the peasants and the workers were denied. Third important, why women were fighting for all the rights throughout, but when came the parliament, they were treated as merely observers. They were merely treated as observers. Clear? Now tell me, is it clear? Okay, chalo, very good beta. Ma'am, my paper tomorrow, ये तो हो गया. Hello ma'am, hello Swati, hello beta. You can stop saying hello, I am watching all your comments, okay? Moving to the topic back here after solving so many questions today. And the important topic for the day is unification. So basically, we have two things. Unification of Italy, then unification of Germany. And from this topic, the most obvious questions are asked, right? Or what we can say, the questions will be definitely asked. Right? Let us revise them. Pay attention, concentration here, because this is going to be very important. We will start with Germany. So what happened, beta? In Germany, there were different dynasties. It was a large empire. Okay, it was a large empire. Different dynasties were ruling, but who were the most powerful? Prussia. So Prussia took the leadership to unite all the German nations. Now, whom we are considered as German nations? Who speak German as a language. And here there was a particular smart person, chief minister, or what we can say, the mastermind behind the game. That's Otto von Bismarck. Right? He took the charge. He said, chalo aaj ladai karte hain, sabko udate hain. Right? He took the charge, and army was considered as an architect of the nation. For how long? He fought for 7 years. 3 wars for 7 years. How many wars? 3 wars with Austria, Denmark and France. Finally, in the year 1871, when war ended, Prussia, right, Prussian king Wilhelm IV was proclaimed as a German emperor. Wilhelm IV was proclaimed as an, yes, 39 German speaking confederacies that was made by Napoleon. Very good. Okay, so remember the year. It was a month of January, all just came together here and proclaimed Germany as a nation. Year 1871. Okay, 1871. Now you guys always forget the year of Italy and Germany. Do you want a trick? If you will say no, then also I'll share it. And the trick is, beta, Germany is a, like Germany, Germany, 7 letters, big name, right? So what is big? Like what is larger, 1861 or 71? 71. So we will remember. Although my tricks are not so, they are so vague, but this is how we remember. So 1871, Germany moving towards Italy. Okay, moving towards Italy. सब जा रहे हैं, आप लगे रहिए बेटा. My work is to teach, right? My work is to teach. Those who enjoy learning will be here. So talking about Italy, we know that it was basically a principality of different states, 7 states majorly, and all of them spoke Italy as a basic language. And here we have role of 3 people. We'll start with Mazzini. Mazzini did revolt in 1830 and 48. For the first time had a vision to make Italy as a united nation. Then we have seen Cavour, right? He sent his forces. He was very smart. He was an intellectual. He was not a democrat, not a revolutionary, a particularly smart person. Sardinia, Piedmont defeated Austrian forces in the year 1859. So we know that, see, this was Lombardy and Venetia, and here it was Sardinia, Piedmont. So it was covered with the help of this Chief Minister Cavour in the year 1859. Giuseppe Garibaldi, then again a person, he was a revolutionary. Okay, Giuseppe Garibaldi, who was a revolutionary, he sent his army to the South Sicily, and this was the part of South Sicily. This was the part of South Sicily, okay, and after the victory in South Sicily, and united Italy was proclaimed when in the year 1861. When beta? In the year 1861. Batao, clear? Can you explain industrial revolution in 17th century? Beta, for today the agenda is not about industrial revolution. I'll try. भंडारा चालू हो गया, बताओ कहाँ भंडारा चल रहा है भाई, इसको भंडारा खाने जाना है. Okay, so 1861 Italy was proclaimed, then Germany was proclaimed. Question, solve it right now. Question is here. Meanwhile, I'll see what you are doing in live chat. La Italia, yeah, La Italia. Sadly, the people thought that it's the wife of Victor Emmanuel, है ना, who was proclaimed the Italian ruler Victor Emmanuel, if you remember. Very good one watching बच्चा नहीं है. Okay, the question is in front of you. I'm waiting for your answers. Rohit का आंसर है C. Hello Ayush, hello. We are learning history with the help of mind maps today, and we are going to cover complete history by today. Those who are sincerely studying, I know you guys value a lot that yes, we are going to cover it. How? Swati, do you want me to do this? What? The liberal revolution in Germany in 1848, okay, was suppressed by the combined forces of monarchy and military. So 1848 here, they are talking about Frankfurt Parliament. In the Frankfurt Parliament, they said that whenever the revolutionaries started their liberalism, liberal ideology, they are basically suppressed by either monarchy or their military, or there was group of people who are large landowners in Prussia. What are these people known as? What are these people known as? Were they Carbonari? No. Were they Jacobins? No, by Jacobins last year पढ़ा था 9th में. They were not Slavs because the people of Balkans were referred as what beta? Slavs. So who were they? They were the Junkers. C. Okay, very good, very good. Chalo, next one. So now we are moving towards a little end of the chapter. Very crazy that we have solved it very fast. Not so fast, I guess. But here there are certain questions which are like going to definitely come in your exam. Variety of culture process played an important role in developing a sense of nationalism in Europe. Meanwhile, I was telling you about romanticism and culture. I said that this question will come. I added, just you guys can practice it. Then we have Greek War of Independence. So it started in 1831. Greek was an empire, okay, which was ruled by Ottoman Empire since 500 years, okay. Ottoman Empire, which was absolute monarchy. So 1821 revolution started. 1832 with Treaty of Constantinople. Pay attention with the Treaty of Constantinople. What happened, bacha? Greek become an independent what nation? Okay, this is only what we are going to write here. But now here also mentioned that culture played an important role. And how culture played an important role? But the people supported Greece independence because they considered it as to the cradle of European civilization. Yes, Rohit, they considered it as a cradle of European civilization. The end of the chapter where we are going to talk about two major issues. The first one, that is strange case of Britain. What beta? Strange case of Britain. So as you guys remember that if we talk about Britain, it was group of isle. And what were isles? Islands. Group of island. Now what happened? The group of island included the people who spoke English, Then we had the people who spoke Scot, people who speak language Irish and Wales. Among them, the people who speak English, right? They became very powerful. English Parliament was formed in the year 1688. Parliament was formed in the year beta what? 1688. Now what they did, they targeted the other regions. First target was Scotland. Act of Union was signed between them in the year 1707. Act of Union 1707. Then obviously they suppressed them by implementing their language, culture, etc. Okay. Then we have what beta? Then we have Ireland. Okay. They forcefully, Ireland was a country which concluded two people, Catholics and Protestants. So Ireland was also made the part of England by forcefully signing forcefully incorporating them a treaty, and it was then referred as United Kingdom in 1804. This is how they referred themselves as Great Britain. Okay, they just popularized their language. Which language beta? English language. Then what they have done, national anthem, popularized their national anthem, God Save Our Noble King. Okay, and their national flag. What was the name of that flag? Do you guys remember? Jack Sparrow तो नहीं था? Jack Sparrow नहीं था. Remember what was the name of that flag? I remember. I want the answers from you. Okay, so one topic covers here, that was strange case of Britain. Hope you guys get that. And the next one is very, very important, Balkan crisis. Raise your hands. Who are the students who get problem in that issue? I know that all of you guys are going to raise, right? The Balkan issue. Every time I teach Balkan issue, students are like, ma'am, kuch nahi aaya. Is it the same with you? Yes, Union Jack. Very good, beta. Union Jack. So, yes, Balkan crisis. 1871 particularly, the time where in the region of Balkan there were so many crises going on. What was the crisis, beta? So, Balkan region was a region of different geographical and ethnic variation. The people who live here were referred as Slavs. Pay attention. The people who live here were referred as Slavs. Who ruled this region? Ottoman Empire. An Islamic empire was ruling the region since 500 years. And the Slavic nationalists now wanted to have their identification, want their independence. But before independence, they wanted to identify their names, their nations, their boundaries. And भाई पड़ोसी के घर में लड़ाई हो रही है और हम देखने ना जाएं, ऐसा नहीं होता. So what happened when the Slavic nationalists were fighting for their identity, right, for themselves, for their boundaries, the large group of nations, that अमीर people in the society, अच्छा interfere करते हैं, आग लगाते हैं और चले जाते हैं, right? So what happened? What they did, the powers like Russia, Germany, England, Austro-Hungary will keep on countering their powers, their whole. Bhai, itna important. Balkan is a very important region. They'll come to Asia through that. Okay, they'll hold power in Mediterranean Sea and Black Sea. So they wanted the presence over there interfered, because of which series of wars happened, and then it resulted into First World War. It resulted into what, beta? First World War. Clear or not? Very good, very good. ध्रुव राठी का World War I का वीडियो देखा था 4 साल पहले, इसलिए I don't have a problem in this topic. Very good. Chalo. Clear? Question. Solve it. Which of the following events in 1707 led to the formation of the United Kingdoms of the Great Britain? 1707. Which treaty was signed? Which country it was signed? Okay. Options are here in front of you. A, B, C, D. I need the answers as fast as possible. Spark Class 7 are watching. I'm grateful that one are you among them. Okay, quick answers are coming here as very good, very good. Arey bhai, B, I get it. बी क्या तुम लोग कैसे लग जाते हो बिल्कुल, हाँ? What is this? Yes, it's B. The Act of Union between English and Scotland, we just saw this 1707, and then after that it was referred as Great Britain. Very good. Next one. So what do you think? It's over? It's not over yet. One chapter we covered, that means 25% of the session is completed today, but I'll not leave you just watching this video and doing nothing. I have added homework questions for you right now. Take the screenshot right now. Take this screenshot, solve it before sleeping today. I don't know from where you guys are managing the time. I am not aware about that, okay, but I want this to be done. And meanwhile, whenever you have such type of questions in between, whenever I have added these type of questions, you need to solve all of them too. Ek wicket down, correct. So will you be able to solve these questions? Just let me know. Ashwini Kumar, hi beta, hi. You are a little late, but not so, because we have 3 more chapters now remaining. 3 or, yes, 3 or we have. Chalo, let's start with the next chapter. Saans le lo thodi. Take a deep breath. Join the class 10th WhatsApp channel. I know that there are students out here. You might be thinking that, ma'am, provide the PDF na. Who will write these questions? So for all that PDFs, for all the lecture links, that when I am going to come live and when all other teachers are going to come live, you just need to give us what? You just need to join the WhatsApp channel. Link is given in the description box. Those who have joined it already know what is the importance of that channel. Okay, chalo, very good. Hai third bhi chota sa hai. Ha, that's very small chapters are going to come. So moving to the next chapter, that is nationalism in India. Okay, and the chapter starts with this impact of First World War. So bhai, the nationalism in India is a chapter where feeling of nation, collective belonging to the nation came because British were ruling us. Okay, they made India a colony, and it was quite late that we opened our eyes. But however, the First World War made a deep impact on the nationalist, or what we can say, people of India. We will start the chapter from here, then we will talk about Gandhian Satyagraha, because all the events before this you studied in class 8, okay? Then we'll move to Gandhian Satyagraha, Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience, Gandhi-Irwin Pact, and the sense of collective belonging. This is the agenda for just upcoming 15 minutes of the class, okay? When the other 3 chapters finish, the class will end. Very good answer, very good answer. Bharatan ma'am, but it will take time, okay? We are covering the whole, what we can say, history today, so it will take time. Everything. Okay, nationalism in India. So what happened? First World War that started in 1914, okay? Pay attention. First World War started in the year 1914, and there were 2 powers in the world, Central Powers and Allied Powers. Among the Allied Powers, the participant was British, who were ruling Indians. So directly or indirectly, we were made the part of First World War, and it deeply impacted India's what? Freedom struggle. What happened? During the time British was fighting the First World War, they need paisa because they want what? Money to fight the war. They want things, right? Like bandook chahiye, barood chahiye, kapda chahiye, tent banane ke liye, to give finances to their war people, need soldiers and etc. Kahan se aayenge? From where it will come? India. Right? We were like hub of resources, manpower also, and the natural power also. So what they have done to basically finance the war, they increased the defenses. Okay, they increased the defense expenditure. War prices increased. Definitely at the time in the nation. What happened? The prices of the commodities were increasing, and it was suffered by the common people. Right? Forced recruitment was done because they need to supply soldiers in the First World War. right? The irony is such that crop failure happened in the same year because they were not focusing on the agriculture inputs too, and people were dying due to famine. One more thing added in the list, that was influenza epidemic. 5 points to write in this answer. It is beta allied, ALLIED, not elite. Allied. Okay, yes, allied. Very good. So, impact of First World War. Now, what happened? The situation was going on. We know that the critical situation was going on. Now comes in picture of Indian history, Gandhiji. Right? He reached India in January 1915. When Gandhiji reached India in the year, jaldi batao, 1815. Gandhiji came India in the year beta 1815. January ka mahina 1815 Gandhiji came India. Right? Now he participated in some of the early satyagrahas listed here. Satyagraha itself means Satya par Agrah. That means based on truth and non-violence. A 2-mark question can come from this topic. So the first one was Champaran. Champaran is a place in Bihar in 1917 where oppressive plantation system was there. I'm not going to explain it because I know all of you guys are aware about that, and if not, just let me know, because here I am going to provide you what? Mind map. So Champaran Satyagraha, indigo plantation oppressive system was going on. Gandhiji started Satyagraha, problem solved. Then we have Kheda, Gujarat. Kheda, Gujarat, what happened in 1917 again? Crop failure was there, and due to the plague epidemic, that was also a major problem. Due to crop failure, they won't be able to give revenue to the Britishers. However, they were pressurizing them. So this was here. Then the third one was Ahmedabad in Gujarat again. What happened in Ahmedabad beta? 1918, cotton mill workers started satyagraha against mill owners. They wanted hike in salaries. Okay, they wanted what? Hike in salaries. So these 3 satyagrahas are there. Maths में कौन पास हो जाता है? अरे भाई ऐसी सिचुएशन है क्या? पास हो रहे हो? Yeah, if you find any difficulty in maths beta, Sonu sir is here. Sonu sir is teaching you guys very with full of energy, very nicely, right? So you can join the sessions, right? Arey, why? Maths was my favorite subject. Beta, how it is difficult for you? See the irony, maths was my favorite subject and I'm teaching SST. See? लड़कियों के लिए nothing is difficult for लड़कियों के लिए. Don't consider yourself as weak. We are झांसी की रानीज. चलो. So Satyagraha, Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad. Now what happened? Britishers said, अच्छा इतना आसान? No, गांधी जी आ गए. Let's make it difficult. So they made it difficult by proposing the rowlatt tag. So what happened during this time? So much revolution was going in the nation. Right? There were certain prisoners, like certain people who were arrested. So in particular time, they made a law, also known as black law. Right? Why it is known as black law? Because detention of political prisoners for 2 years without any trial. By koi process nahi, no warrant, nothing. Just they will grab the people whom they considered as suspicious, put them behind the bars for 2 years. Right? If person is doing peaceful protest, then though. So what do you think? The people of India will sit quietly and watch the Britishers doing that? No. Gandhiji came into the picture and Gandhiji said that we will launch Rowlatt Satyagraha. What we will do beta? We will launch Rowlatt Satyagraha from 6th of April. And what happened? Meanwhile, Britishers were arresting certain important leaders. From the region of Punjab, they arrested Dr. Satyapal and Saifuddin Khichlu. Okay, whom? Satyapal and Saifuddin Khichlu. And there, because of this, in Punjab region, violence occurred, so much violence. And we know that there was an event that is referred as Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, black event of the nation. And everyone knows about that, what happened. So sad, like it's genuinely so bad. Whenever I talk about it, I get goosebumps. So what happened? We know General Dyer entered that Jallianwala Bagh, where people gathered to celebrate Baisakhi on 13th of April, and opened fire, killed many people, and even went back. ठीक, I am SST topper but maths नहीं होता. कोई बात नहीं बेटा, you learn it. Jelina, hi beta, hi. Hello, how are you? How your preparations are going on for class 10? So we completed one slide where we talk about First World War, Satyagrah, early Satyagrah with Gandhi ji, Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and so. But we will not end it without the question. The question is, why did Mahatma Gandhi travel to Champaran in Bihar in 1917? All of you students, take your time and type me the reason. What was the issue that Champaran Satyagraha took place in Bihar in 1917? Sorry ma'am came late. No beta, no issues. Whatever you have left, right? Because it is so important. You watch the recorded one and join it from now. Okay? Chalo. Before that, answer this one. Memorize these things utne अच्छे से. It naturally happens when you read it again and again. Okay? Answer this question. Answer this question to me. I'm waiting for your responses, beta. Very good. So, Champaran indigo, like oppressive, you just need to answer one word, oppressive plantation system. Okay, nothing more than that, taking time for that too. Oppressive plantation system, indigo, right, where they were asked to grow indigo in 3/4 of their land area forcefully against the oppressive plantation. Very good, Rohit. Chalo, next one. We have one more question. Now this time it is assertion and reason. Assertion is the economic hardship caused by World War I contributed to the spread of national movement in India. Is it correct? Think about it. Socho. Reason: war loans, increased taxes and inflation burdened the common people. Options are in front of you, right? Options are in front of you as always. What do you think? Are the assertion reason correct? R is the correct explanation of A, or R is not the correct explanation of A? I am getting the answer of Rohit only. What others doing here? क्या कर रहे हो? सो रहे हो क्या? Tell me the answer right now. Wake up, others. Top करेगा आपकी. अरे he will top. What about you? You also have to top in every subject. Jelina, A, very good. Now I'm getting the answers. Do you need a push from me every time? Ishita, hi Ishita, welcome here. A ma'am, very good. Yes, A is the correct answer. Beta, both the statements are correct and it is the reason. Very good. Very, very good. Ahead, we will move ahead. We have done early satyagrahas. We have done Rowlatt Satyagrah, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Now coming to the non-cooperation movement. Now what happened in the nation? First World War ended in the world. When First World War ended and the Allied powers won, they forced certain things on the Central powers, and one among the Central power was Turkey. Okay, Ottomans basically. The religious head of that Islamic region was known as Khalifa, right? Okay, Khalifa was there. Now the powers of the Khalifa was taken by Britishers. Because of that, what happened? The Muslims all over the world were not happy, and India too. They started to what? Make a Khilafat committee 1919 in the month of March by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, popularly known as what? Ali brothers. Popularly known as beta Ali brothers. So Khilafat committee was formed. Now Gandhiji and Khilafat committee discussed about the future things, like what can we do. Gandhiji said that okay, let us support what? Let us support Khilafat issue. So in the Calcutta session, map work here, in the Calcutta session in the month of September organized in 1920, he discussed the issue in front of the leaders of Congress, and all of them thought that okay, let's involve the issue and start a non-cooperation movement. However, here only pay attention, here acceptance was not done. Here program was discussed, that what are we going to do in non-cooperation movement. Okay, what was the program beta? Surrender of titles, boycott of civil services, boycott of army, police, court activities, legislative councils and school offices. So by whatever is owned by Britishers, we will boycott all of them. This was the target. But one issue came here, that's about legislative councils. So basically Indians got entry in the legislative councils, and that was for that time a win-win situation for us. If we are boycotting that, that means we are not being the part of the decision-making authority in India. So there were certain leaders who were reluctant to do that. However, Gandhiji managed to make them understand the point, and this was done in Nagpur session of December 1920. When was it done? When was it done? Nagpur session of 1920. If you don't know the reason why non-cooperation movement started, we have three reasons. Basically, the failure of Rowlatt Satyagraha, we need to overcome that. Right? Then we have Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and then we have Khilafat issue. So there were three reasons to start the non-cooperation movement. What was the demand that was made in the non-cooperation movement, beta? It was the demand of Swaraj. What was the demand? It was the demand of Swaraj. Clear? Clear? What should I call you? Aksa Hasim. Can you tell me a shorter version of your name? I can pronounce it faster. Munshi Premchand ji left his government job during NCM and suffered due to poverty throughout his life. Very good, yeah, you're studying good. So non-cooperation movement started, and we know that why was it withdrawal? It went for some time, and then violence was increasing, and one such event held at Chauri Chaura. It's in Gorakhpur, UP. There were a group of people who were peacefully protesting, but the British government always take the chance, okay, and did violent on that peaceful protestants. In return, they burned the police station, and because of this, some around 11 to 13 policemen were died. This was the event known as Chauri Chaura, and Gandhiji considered that Indians are not yet prepared for starting a nationwide movement, because if violence started, there will be no end to the violence. We know, we have seen that in the partition of 1947. So this event was withdrawn. However, this movement have different strands, because what was the demand, beta? What was the demand within this movement? It was the demand of Swaraj. Everyone was not aware actually what does this word Swaraj means. So what they did, they interpreted their own manner, right? Like the people in the town, the middle class, they boycotted, they followed the process, right? They even impacted the economic front. Then we have the people, peasants, who demanded for what? End of Chaukidari tax, end of revenue, right? Reduction in the revenue in the region of Awadh. They formed certain associations also. So the Swaraj meaning was different for them. Then we have tribal movement who do not wanted interference of Britishers in their tribal areas. Then we have demand of Swaraj in the plantation, if you guys know. So yes, there were different stands for the movement. So this is how non-cooperation movement is covered with the help of this flowchart. Issues, Calcutta session, program, Nagpur session, withdrawal, different stands within the movement. अच्छा मुझे एक बात बताओ, just let me know. Are you guys enjoying the format of mind maps, or do you need any change? And if you guys need any change, na, I'll like make it sure in the next one. So just let me know. Are you finding the background color is light or whatever you want it? Do you want it in one page, or I'm going correct with this one? Batao jaldi. Share that with me. And one more thing, by now the series, GOAT series, the name itself is very heavy, na? Says it all that we have planned a great thing for you. I want, don't be so conservative here. Share it with your friends. Because what I have seen that the more you share, the more good karma, good deeds you are doing. Because if someone else is also helped by the series, na, then that's very great. So do that. Do not forget to like it. We are here with a question. Meanwhile, answer this question too, as I can see none of you are answering. Chalo, question karo, fatafat. ठीक है, सब you're explaining really well, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you at least for responding. Now come to this question: which of the following was a primary reason for the formation of Swaraj Party by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru? Okay, as mind maps can't cover everything in detail, hence I have added questions so that we can at least have a touch of that topic. Okay, so why, beta, why Swaraj Party was formed by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru? Options are A, B, C, D. Answer it. Okay, everything is fine. Thank you. I messed up third. What you messed up? Were you texting this to someone? Jelena, okay, B. Rohit, B. To argue for a return of council politics after the non-cooperation movement was called off. Very good, very good. Clap for yourself. Okay, today clap for yourself. I messed up this question last time in your life. Okay, oh, and you remember that. That's very great. Very good. To argue to the return politics, beta, what happened na? I mentioned stressfully on the boycott of legislative council. Now there were certain people in Congress who were against this thing. They were against this thing because they wanted we should have our presence in the politics. So when non-cooperation movement was withdrawn by Chauri Chaura event, they argued that we want to return to the politics. Get it? Chalo, very good. Okay. Why did non-cooperation movement gradually slow down in the cities? Again, I have 3 reasons for the same. Practice it by today. Try to answer that. What happened in the cities? Let me tell you, I think this is little difficult for you guys. So the question is, why did non-cooperation movement gradually grow down its? So it basically slowed down because we were not having good alternatives. We were not having good alternatives. We boycotted what? We boycotted schools. So do we have enough Indian schools at that time? Right? No. Do we have different colleges at that time? No, bhai. We boycotted foreign goods and services. Right? We have taken the use of khadi, but khadi was so expensive that people were unable to bear that, afford that. Right? And more important thing, because of this, people left the jobs, and from a long time they left the jobs. A revolution, a movement cannot work for 2 years, 3 years. People are not working. How will they survive? So economy became harder because there is no other option for the people. No alternative Indian institution. Khadi was expensive. Very good. Bahut badhiya. Chalo. You know how to write the answers. Coming to civil disobedience movement. Now, what situations were there? 2 situations that led to the civil disobedience movement was Economic depression, Simon Commission. Simon Commission came in 1928, right? All the members were English members. Why it came? To make the constitutional development. Very good. So we know that because of this, people boycotted the Simon Commission, giving the slogan. What slogan, beta? Jaldi batao. Who is the leader? Which leader? Which leader? Okay. Then what happened as people were raising their Simon against the slogans against the Simon and raising their voices? Irwin was the viceroy. थोड़ा डरने वाला viceroy था. He don't wanted any mess in the country during his tenure. So he came back with a vague offer. He said that you suppress down your movement, I will give you dominion status. What I will give you? Dominion status. And you come in our round table conference, we will discuss about your constitution development. But now the people of India understood the tricks and trips of what? Britishers. They said, bhai, nahi aayenge hum tumhare round table conference mein. Rather, in the Indian National Congress at Lahore, everyone decided that what do we want, right? So basically, we demanded, beta, Purna Swaraj. We demanded Purna Swaraj in the session of 1929 at Lahore, right? Then we have seen that Gandhiji's 11 demand. After this Purna Swaraj, in the Congress session, everyone decided we are going to launch another movement, that's CDM. Gandhi said, ठीक है भाई, ठीक है, let's give them a chance. बेचारों को थोड़ा मौका देते हैं, let's give them a chance. I will bring 11 demands, all were general, and the most important one was to abolish the salt tax. So मौका दिया, मौके में क्या बोला? Fulfill my 11 demands, we will suppress it. But Irwin तेज चल गए भैया. Irwin said what? Irwin said, I am not going to accept your demands. Gandhiji said, ठीक है, we will start salt march from 11th March to 6th of April, 240 miles. Okay, how many miles, beta? 240 miles in 24 days. So how many miles a day? Give me the answer. How many miles a day? Oi, bhai, this was started by, so this was started by Gandhiji, popularly known as Salt March. Everywhere you can see the pictures. Fir bhi ho hi. Yeah, it was rejected, beta. What can be done? So, very good. Then it was launched, civil disobedience movement by the Salt March. Civil disobedience movement was launched. Everyone reached to the shores of, right, and broke the salt law. What was done? Basically, the ocean water was collected, it was evaporated, and the leftover was the salt. ठीक है? Dandi March. It is also known as Dandi March. इतनी hard maths. अरे भाई, it's so easy. चलो. Then comes Irwin again in the picture. Irwin saw by the condition of India is getting worse. Everyone is included in the civil disobedience movement. Boycott is going on. What I can do? Then he arrested all the leaders and then went to whom? Then went to Gandhiji. He went to Gandhiji. Bhaiya, kuch batein you understand, kuch batein I will understand. Let's make a pact. Famously known as Gandhi-Irwin Pact, signed on the date 5th of March 1931. Date 5th of March 1931, where some demands were accepted by Gandhiji and some demands were accepted by Irwin. Okay, Gandhiji said, acha, we will stop civil disobedience movement. You accept our 11 demands, you release our prisoners. Irwin said, okay, I will do that. But in return, you need also to attend our round table conference, and we know the fate that nothing happened, no result came. Gandhiji attended the round table conference. There was clash between B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi, and he came back, relaunched the CDM, momentum lost, and we failed as a nationalist. We failed here as a struggler here, right, against Britishers, because no result of such a big event came, right, in the history of India. So this is what happened. These were the participants in the CDM. Study about them. And there were certain limitations. 2 people not participated in CDM, that were untouchables and women. Got it? Yes. It is 6th of April. It's 6th of April, okay? Good series with good teachers. Thank you, cat lover, but where were you? We have completed one chapter. याद नहीं हो रही, क्या याद नहीं हो रही? My God, dates. यार बेटा, dates are difficult. Watch one of my video. Don't watch it, I'll say, if you are so busy. Because I know, beta, I understand your time is very crucial. Take the PDF out there. I have made a PDF where all the dates are collectively written, pasted in front of your study table. You will be rocking then. ठीक है? Kandahar hijack too. Yeah. Good series with a good teacher. I like that comment. Thank you, beta. So, question comes here in front of you. Solve it right now. जल्दी करो. Arrange the following events. The most famous question from the chapter Nationalism in India. The events you need to arrange in chronological order, and for that chronological order you need to remember dates. How you will get all the dates in one single place? Tanvi Ma'am is there, na? No need to worry. So I made a video, put it in the Deeksha Vedantu platform YouTube channel, where it is with the title All History Dates in One Place. However, I added the dates of geography also, if somewhere some of the dates are there. So you go there, download the PDF, it's totally free. But just you need to download that PDF. You first need to join the WhatsApp channel. The link is given in description. Okay, do that as priority. And I'm getting your answers. One of you answered as A. Let's see. So second round table conference in the year 1931. Pune Swaraj 1929. Formation of Depressed Class Association 1930. And civil disobedience relaunch after coming from second round table conference. So we have 2 at the first place. Then we have 3, 1 and 4. So was your answer 1? हुआ था. Very good, smart enough. Okay, so if your answer was A, very good. If not, study harder. Chalo, one more question. We are not done with the questions, and the question is, many rich peasant communities like the Patidars of Gujarat and the Jats of Uttar Pradesh refused to participate with civil disobedience movement that relaunched in 1932. They rejected outrightly. We are not going to participate. Why? What can be interpreted from this refusal? Read the options. Answer me. Ma'am, I am new one here. Hi Sahil, welcome to Deeksha Vedantu. Beta, the GOAT series is launched by Deeksha Vedantu, and genuinely, it's really like we will make you GOAT, right? Bakri wala nahi, okay? Greatest of all the time, because you need to score 95 plus. 95 plus, okay? Big number. Stay connected. You will enjoy the session, definitely. I'm getting the answer as D. Then I have got one answer as B. Let's check it. So, they wanted a lack of clarity on Gandhiji's plan for the country. No. They wanted a more extremist and quicker way to gain freedom. Let's check. Freedom of them was connected to personal interest of collective benefits. Okay. There was a lapse in the planning and execution of the movement of the freedom struggle. Okay, thoda difficult hai. Many rich peasants communities like Patidars of Gujarat and civil disobedience movement, clarity nahi hai. They wanted an extremist and quicker way, nahi hai. Freedom for them was connected to personal interest of collective benefits. There was lapse in the planning and execution of the movement. D is the correct answer. To all those who answered it as D, very good. I took the time to read this question because I don't want to give you a wrong answer. And I was just checking that we can be like stuck in such type of question. And this is what I call a jalebi question. Okay, this is what I call what? Jalebi question. Difficult to understand. Coming to the last topic of this chapter, that is sense of collective belonging. Okay, sense of what beta? Collective belonging. Now, you might be seeing that since a long time, Indian national struggle is going on. How did we emerge the feeling of collective belonging among the people of Indians? So yes, as of romantic imagination, figures and images played a great role. In that figures and images, we have seen the pictures of Bharat Mata, and Abanindranath Tagore was the first person who painted that. However, the description was found in the painting. The description of the painting was found in Anand Math, written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Okay beta. Okay, so now next one is about folk tales and folk songs. Yes, they have a special role. We have icons and symbols like this. What are the icons and symbols? Okay, we have different flags, you know. The difference is that Vande Mataram flag with 8 lotus representing their the principalities over that time. Okay, the unity of Hindu and Muslim by this sun and moon. Then we have Charkha. This is also referred as Gandhian flag. Also referred as Gandhian flag. Then this is with Ashok Chakra, which we are accepting it right now also. ठीक है? Clear? कौन रो रहा है भाई? Who is? What is Pune Pact? A good question. Good question that clearly indicates that you guys are here. Just give me a minute. I'll complete that and tell you. Reinterpretation of history. Yes. What happened now? The Britishers considered Indian people as so inferior. So when they came, they started learning our language, studied our history, made archaeological survey of India, Cunningham and all, right? So they started doing that, studied history and made a view that Indians are inferior. They ought to be ruled. Then came the Indian historians and they said that, bhai, we are not inferior. We will reinterpret the history and tell the people around the globe that we were great people because we had the first civilization in the world. Okay? Very good. Bro, how do you know Mudit Vishisht, Mudit Tripathi, he saying? Bhai, tum log badhiya yaar. Very good, chalo. Great. Okay, now we will talk about Pune Pact. Very good question by one of the student out here. Pune Pact. Beta, Pune Pact is basically what happened when in 1932 Gandhiji attended that round table conference. B.R. Ambedkar, who was representing the depressed class, was also there. The untouchable peoples were also there, right? So he was representing them. He put the demand in front of Gandhiji ki bhai, we know that it is very difficult in the Indian society to emancipate their position, and for that we want what? We want reservation. Okay, we want reserved seats in the constituencies as well as in the government exams and all that, right? So the differences between Gandhiji and B.R. Ambedkar was, however, resolved by this Pune Pact. Okay, so this is it. Okay, Pune Pact between Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Chalo, is it done? Okay, coming to the question here. Match the following events, beta. Match the following events or terms in column A with the correct descriptions in column B. Option is in front of you, it's visible. Read it and answer it. Read it and answer it. Pact between Ambedkar and Gandhiji for Harijan separate electorate. Perfect. Ma'am, आपसे ठीक है भाई. I thought you or मेरी. Okay, give me the answer to the question here. पानी वानी पीते रहो भाई. Be hydrated. इतना हिस्ट्री झिलाएगा नहीं तो. A and A. Okay, let's check. So, Hind Swaraj to book by Gandhiji. British rule survived due to Indian cooperation. Okay. Bardoli Satyagraha basically started by Vallabhbhai Patel. Satyagraha is a novel method of mass agitation और गुदुम हिल्स गुरिल्ला मूवमेंट. सो 1 का हो जाता है बी. वेयर इज 1 का बी भाई? ए. वेयर इज 1 का बी? आंसर ए. Sonu sir, entry please. Sonu sir is busy, yaar. He is making presentations and he is preparing questions for you. I can't call him, right? He might be busy preparing like all such stuffs for you, because he also will be live in some time. So that's the thing. We will not leave this chapter also without homework questions. So homework questions are in front of you. Are you able to see this or not? Just give me a reply, because I want to check how much you are active in terms of homework question. Sonu sir ki entry chahiye. Okay, I'll talk to Sonu sir whenever next time I'll come live. Now I'll ask him to come in between and talk to you guys. Okay, so will you be able to solve this? Will you not? You have to solve these homework questions today. 3 I have already given from the previous chapter, and the rest are from this chapter, nationalism in India. Yes, 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 beta. Okay, I got the yes. Very good. So how is the Josh? Hi, sir, ma'am, whatever you call. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Next chapter, chotu chapter, and we'll give you, I guess, 1 mark from MCQ and 2 mark from a 2-marker question for sure. For sure. Screenshot le liya. Very good. Yes, ma'am, I will do homework. Very good. And that's what's the spirit. So making of global world, chotu chapter. Let's revise it faster. And the chapter says that the chapter talks about how the global world was made, and we know that India is a nation that's been in connection with the world since ages, since the time Indus Valley civilization was there. We traded with the Mesopotamian civilization, and that was actually great. Then we have seen our interest in Russian people also. Then we have seen our interest in perspective of trade with the Romans, with the Ottomans, and many more people, right? But this was possible. Yes, 2-mark question, Silk Route fixed hai bhai. 2-mark question, Silk Route fixed. So then we will start the chapter with the Silk Route trade. So it was a vibrant pre-modern trade and cultural links. It was a system of vibrant pre-modern trade and cultural links. Okay, what happened now? Silk, a luxurious product in the ancient time, was in high demand in Europe. Now silk was made in China. So the people of China traveled that silk via the different routes and reached Europe. That is why it is referred as Silk Route. But do you think that silk was the only item that was traded? No, bhai. No. Rather, there were other items too, and this route was a link of so many routes connecting Asia, Europe, and North Africa. Okay, because of this, 2 things were done: trade and culture. Trade was also done, and there was sharing of culture too. In perspective of trade, we have seen silk, then we have seen Chinese pottery being traded, then spices traveled via the same route from India and Southeast Asia, particularly cotton, etc. However, in return, how these Europeans paid us? With the help of gold and silver, beta. Gold and silver. Get it? And in response, we have seen the people connected because of culture. Christianity came same route, Islam came same route, Buddhism from India reached to the different countries like Japan, China, Tibet, etc. via the same route. Get it? So question will be there with the line trade and culture go hand in hand. Okay. मैम को भूख लग जाएगी मत बोलो. No, I have taken enough of food before coming live because I was aware that it will take time. Power of lens unit. अब भाई फिजिक्स कैसे पढ़ा दूं यार. चलो. Thanks for the concern, Rohit, by the way. Okay, so Silk Route, then we have trade and culture go hand in hand. Food travel, same route. Noodles become spaghetti. Yes, noodles become what? Spaghetti, right? Arab travelers took pasta to Italy, South Sicily particularly. And we know that in India there was not introduction of certain items. How would we have eat potato fries, French fries without this. So we know that potato, soya, groundnut, maize, tomato, chilies, sweet potatoes all came because Europeans brought it to India. Particularly, I'll give the credit to Portuguese. They brought it to India and they bought it from America. They bought it from America. We all know that. Okay, we all know that, beta. Chalo. So new food make the difference between life and death, but sometimes it can be hazardous. It can be dangerous too. What happened? There was humble potato in America. Right? American people used to eat it. Europeans went there after the what we can say the effort of Christopher Columbus. They went there, started ruling the people, took that humble potato to Europe because they were facing the problem of famine, food, etc. As it is easily grown there, right, they took it to that, introduced, but what happened? One time there was a spread of disease. Because of that disease, famine came and people were definitely badly affected by that. Okay, पास होने के लिए क्या करें? MR जाट पढ़ाई करो बेटा. मैम मोमो के बारे में मेंशन नहीं है because it came late. Okay, पढ़ाई करो, पढ़ाई. Everything is possible. पढ़ाई करो पास होने के लिए. One more issue is also there about Spanish people, right? So smallpox proved to be a deadly killer. How disease can prove to be a deadly killer? We know that American people who were isolated for so long time, they were not okay with the introduction of different people in this society. The immunity was low. Spanish people came there, this disease smallpox spreaded and it was easier for them to conquer that land. Okay, chalo. Done. See how quickly we revised the chapter making of the global world with the help of this mind map. Just a page covering all the details of the chapter. You could have made this in the starting of the session, but don't worry, we have it. Okay. पास होने के लिए क्या करें बोला इसने. I read पास्ता कौन लाएगा, because in your mind now pasta, spaghetti, Maggi, French fries, this might be like revolving, right? Missing हैदराबादी मसाला कुरकुरे. अरे भाई तुम लोग चाहते हो मैं पढ़ाऊं कि जाऊं कुछ ऑर्डर करने इधर कैंटीन पे. Okay, come here. Next question that's going to be for obvious in your pre-boards exam, and that is the Silk Route are good examples of vibrant pre-modern trade and cultural links between distant part of the world for a 2 marks, and you are going to write it today. And if you know ma'am what to write, we have 2 points and we know what to write, still you will write it, still you are going to write it. Okay, chalo. Then we have Buddhism emerged from Eastern India and spread in different directions. One more question in front of you, pay attention, right? Buddhism emerged from Eastern India and spread in several directions. Read the following reasons for its spread and choose the correct options. Read it. Tell me the correct answer here. Tell me the final chapter pass kar denge. Oh, say. Not taking this. Okay, no issues. If you have wrote it, then no issues. But don't miss it, okay? It's important, beta. It's important. Answer the question in front of you. MCQ type question. Buddhism emerged from different parts, emerged from Eastern India and spread in different directions. Due to cultural exchange? Yes. Due to Silk Route? Yes. Due to trade and travelers? Yes. Due to European efforts? No. Because ये तो थे ही नहीं जब. So 1. Okay, C is the correct answer. Who is giving C? Cat lover? No, it's not B, beta. It's C. Get it why? Get it why or not? Bhai, Gutenberg uncle is waiting for us to start the next chapter. You guys tell me. Notes the video बना दो. Notes the video कैसे बनाऊँ बेटा? Notes की video. What do you want exactly? Just let me know. I'll tell you. Yeah, this is available as a PDF for you. The link is given in the description. You can download that. This is available to you. Okay, don't worry. We are making the GOAT series, like everything free, downloadable for you. Uncle is waiting. Just tell me, is it okay? Let's start the next chapter, or do you want break? I can never forget this man, because he started printing, and because of him we are reading the books right now. But I don't want to forget him, because I am earning because of him, na? And many of the people are earning because of this, beta. Like, let's appreciate the efforts made by some great artists, people who discovered a lot. So, print culture in the modern world. I didn't got your answers, but I am ready to start the chapter. Right? I am ready to start the chapter, print culture in the modern world. So, what happened, bhai? What happened? China is very like fast forward in such stuffs. China started printing for the very first time. And that was wood block printing, right? Wood block printing. You might have seen somewhere when you visit that मेहंदी लगाते हैं, right? If you have seen that, I don't know, आप लोग वैसी जगह जाते हैं नहीं, मेला and all, you might seen that there are wood blocks with different designs. They take it, color it, and then paste it on your hand as a mehendi, right? That's actually how the wood block printing started in China. That's actually how it started, right? From China, it reached beta where? Japan. It reached where? Japan, right? Then it reached where? Korea. And then it reached to the world, like Western world, that's particularly Europe. Just let me know which was the first book, right? Which was the first book that's printed in Japan? That's printed in Japan. Tell me the exact name of that book, because from China it reached Japan, from China here it reached Korea, and then it was Europe. And it happened in Europe because of a person, right? Because of a person who was an Italian, traveler, right? He basically belonged to Italy, but he was a traveler. He reached China, learned this art of woodblock printing, and the person was Marco Polo, right? If you remember, the person was Marco Polo. And this person took the same technique to Europe, but when it reached Europe, the people of that used their minds, okay? Used their minds, used technologically advancement, and bring that technological advanced type of printing back to the China. Okay, the circle goes on and on and on. So this is what happened. China, Japan, Korea, Europe. Marco Polo was a person, right? Initially started as hand printing, but with the efforts of European countries, now it's mechanical printing, mechanics being used in this process. And then came the print revolution, because now what happened? Printing started gradually with small efforts, but now when there was time, around 500 books were printed. Now there is time, 50,000 copies are made, because previously, like if we talk about woodblock printing also, like we need to carve the shapes, right? It have hand process. And even before the woodblock printing, everything was done hand written, okay? It was slow, expensive, easy not to handle, right? Because of that, print revolution came, okay? And when the time that was taken to complete one book, example it is for 1 year, was made possible in 1 month. So what happened? Many books flooded in the market, and that is known as what? Beta, print revolution, okay? Also pay the attention that one 5-mark question comes from the topic, what is role of China? Role of China in print revolution. What is the role of China in beta print revolution? And here comes the role of this uncle, who is Johann Gutenberg. Sorry, I call him with this name, Johann Gutenberg. Okay, person who was blessed with some artistic type of things, because right, he was a person who was basically a goldsmith, right? He gives shapes to the gold, and in the family he have seen olive presses, merged both the techniques and created that, like finished the process of making the printing press. Okay, the initial version of printing press in the year 1448. In the year 1448, Bible was the first book printed, took 3 years, and how many copies were made, beta? 180 copies were made. How many copies? 180. How many years? 3 years. Who did this? Johann Gutenberg did this. Okay, year 1448. In the mind or not? He was the author of book 2, जिसकी वजह से I lost 1 mark in pre-put. चलो, okay, I got your answer. Diamond Sutra 868 AD. Very good. बहुत बढ़िया. Johans ma'am, don't miss the spelling. I have a trauma. अच्छा. Sorry. Johannes Gutenberg. चलो, clear? Let's proceed with the next thing, with a question, then we'll move to different topics. Question is, what kind of collections flourished in urban circles in Edo? Edo was a name for Tokyo, modern day Tokyo. In the late 18th century, choose the most suitable options from the following: collection of poetry, collection of painting, essay, or collection of short stories. What do you think can be the correct answer for this? Everyone, pay attention, give the answer. All those who have joined the session, share with your friends. Come daily at GOAT series. We are making our efforts. Now you need to make your efforts too. Okay. यार friends को share करो यार भाई. Why being so jealous? सारे हैं. Okay, you guessed it at A, but collection of poetry. Anyone who can challenge Rohit answer? Nobody is studying, I guess. थक गए. Done with history? Tired or what? I should get tired, not you. See, Rohit, wow, now will you alone say everything? See, this question has a mistake, because what kind of collection flourished in urban cities? The majority of which is dominating in this question is about collection of short stories, but all of them were there. So I am considering this question as a mistake question, not a jalebi question, wrong question, because all of them were there, right? All of them were there. Let's not make such mistake again. Will not be repeated from my side. Chalo. Moving to the next topics, and the next topic speaks like this: print revolution. By now, printing started, right? The machine made by Johannes Gutenberg was used in the market. Initially, not so many machines were in the market, not even being sold. But gradually, the people started accepting it. What happened now? If you change the culture all of a sudden, it's not accepted by the people. So, to make it like so relatable with the manuscripts, designings and border designings were done. However, machines were also used. So, the print revolution came gradually. What's revolution? A great change, right? So, printing started to be done a lot. Print revolution came. Because of that, there was new reading public in the market, because what happened? Literacy was promoted. Rate of literacy went up in the 18th century in Europe. Right? When this was done, people started reading, discussing about the things which they have not read since ages. Right? Like in France, they were told that there is a difference between clergy, nobility and third state, and then they got to know about, अरे भाई, democracy भी होती है. So what they will do? They will discuss about it. They will debate about it. Right? So then religious debates were there. When religious debates started, the people who were religious leaders, conservatives, they got scared. fear of print, and they said that this printing is not good, bhaiya. This is not good. We should dissent it. How we will dissent it? By applying certain censorships and etc. Meanwhile, a revolutionary came in picture. Yeah, he can be called as a revolutionary, although. Meanwhile, a person came in picture, Martin Luther. Martin Luther said, Acha, you know what? Printing is the ultimate gift of God and the greatest one, right? He was seeing that basically the leaders, the conservatives were so much bad in implementing the laws for the common people, for the third estate people. So he became a reformer. He wanted to bring reforms in the society, changes in the society, and hence did what? Published a book, Testament, right? Now copies, 1,000 copies particularly, he published the books, pasted that testament of mankind in the door of at the door of church. People moving there started reading it and got that reformation ideas. Were collectively referred as Protestants. Collectively referred as beta Protestants. Get it? Right? There is a role of another person also, that is Minocchio. Miller in Italy made the view. What happened? Miller in Italy, after work, he used to read whatever books he get. After reading all that, he made a view that no, this is not God. This is not what God asking for, right? So he made a view against the Roman Catholic Church, right? And what do you think? The Catholic Church people will sit and watch him doing this? No. He was hauled up twice, right? And finally was executed. So we have two reformers, Luther, Minocchio, and we have Erasmus also. But Erasmus have a different view than Luther. Okay? Chalo. Then the reading mania. So small books started like to popularize print. Mania, like to popularize pizza. Pizza mania was bought so that more people can buy it. Right? 95 theses, yes. Okay. So reading mania, peddlers were there, people moving from place to place and selling books in so cheap, right? Penny chap books. It's not petty, it's penny chap books by Chapman's. Almanacs, they are ritualist or religious calendars. This was also introduced. Bibliothèque Brut, this was popularized in France, a blue color, cheap blue color books that were popularized in the market. And the ideas of scientist and philosopher like Isaac Newton, or if we talk about the philosopher like Rousseau, sorry. Okay, all these were published in small books and flooded in the market so that people can read, make their opinions, and because of this started a revolution. Because now print had a different place in the market, and hence their statement comes by Louis Sebastian Marcel. Tremble therefore, tyrants of the world. Bhai daro. Who need to tremble? The tyrants of the world. Because printers came, right? You were using us and treating us since long time, but it is the time we will raise our voice. And because of this, French Revolution happened somewhere. It has a connection. In class 9, we studied the role of philosophers. So where did these philosophers presented their view? By with the help of printing press. Okay, chalo. So printing culture and the role of French Revolution. There are 3 points. Like idea was popularized, discussion was done, and finally they mocked the royalty and criticized the morality. Okay or not? Just let me know. Going good? Understood everything? Let's move with the question meanwhile. And the question is here. Question is in the format of assertion, statements. Statements, and the statements are as follows. Consider the following statements given below and choose the correct statement. Statement number 1. In 1517, the religious reformer Martin Luther wrote 95 theses, criticizing the practices and rituals of Roman Catholic Church. Is the statement correct? Just for watching, अरे भाई, no issues. ठीक है? Statement 2, Luther translation of the New Testament sold 10,000 copies within a few weeks and a second edition appeared within 3 months. Read both of these statements. Give me the correct answer from the option given below. D. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Crack the code. There is some loophole in this question. Crack it. Batao. By statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is not correct. Open the book. See how many number of copies were made right now. Right now, open the book of history. See how many copies were made by Martin Luther. Do it right now. Then let me know what is the correct answer. Get it? So, yes, we make sometimes mistakes in these facts and numbers. This is why we are studying. Hope you are not going to make it again. Okay? The chapter is not ended by this chapter is so long chapter, have so many important things. No need to cry, Rohit, no need to cry. We make mistakes, we learn so that we don't make it again in the exam. Okay? 19th century print was popularized among children. Many press were specially dedicated for children, like we see in the magazines are coming, anime magazines, anime things are coming now, anime people are teaching in anime. So, never mind. So yes, we have seen that certain prints were dedicated for children in 1857, like it was made in the France, right? And many such publications started targeting children because they were the, what we can say, the people who were learning. So it was easy to spread the ideology or popularizing the print from there. Then comes what? Then comes by women, right? The people, the women who belong to high class societies made a luxury habit of reading and writing. They started writing also. They started learning also. The peddlers went to the places and sold that cheap books. They just took it easily. Okay, on the life stories of women, many writers published, right? Like George Eliot. So we have that. And we have one more thing, that's workers. That's workers, okay? And talking about workers, if we talk about workers in their spare time, they started reading the books available nearby, magazines also, because for workers it was very important to know about the business going outside, right? For forecasting weather, for trade also. So many such things were like made in this type of 19th century. Get it or not? Okay. Now let us go back to the printing press, right? Go back to the printing press made by Johann 1448. Johannes Gutenberg. Now bhai, what used to be internet in 1998-2000 is not same right now. You know that. There are changes being bought, right? The phone that used to look some around 15 years ago is not now. We are getting advanced with the technology. 17 Pro aa gaya bhai. So we are getting advanced with the technologies. So don't you think that the printing press was also advanced? Yes, also advanced. Certain further innovations were done, and among that, Richard M. Ho of New York. Richard M. Ho of New York has perfected the system, right? He has made a power-driven cylinder, and this had the capacity to print 8,000 sheets per hour. By years back, when manuscripts were written by hand, right? It took years to do this process, and now per sheet, 8,000 per sheets are printed by this printing press in 1 hour. That's great. So 19th century, we have seen offset press was there. 6 colors were used at a time. Then we have 20th century electrically operated press. right? Methods of feeding the paper, the quality of paper, the quality of color, and all got changed. Further innovations. Okay. Last topic of this chapter is about India and the world of print. Pay attention. It's India and the world of print. Talking about this India and world of print. So yes, in India also everything started with manuscripts. That means handwritten text. Handwritten text. By what happened now? We started with an oral tradition of sharing knowledge, like how Ved was there. So Ved were orally transmitted from one generation to another until we know the technique of writing. Then we know the technique of writing on palm leaves. Okay, things were written by hand. That's manuscript. After we got to know about the paper also, everything was written by hand up till we were not aware about the printing press. But print came to India quite late than Europe, we know, right? Quite late than Europe. So print came to India. Who brought print to India? It was Portuguese. It was Portuguese who brought to India. We have certain books written. You go through it. The first Indian newspaper was written by James Augustus Hickey, the Bengal Gazette, right? Then there is a role of religious reformers and public debates. What happened by? Now as print was done, there were certain religious reformers who took that as a positive thing. One among them is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. One among them is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. We know that he wrote Samvad Kaumudi. उनका अपोज भी हुआ है, right, by Hindu orthodoxy named as Samachar Patrika. Then we have 2 Persian newspaper returns, Gujarati newspaper returns, and many more things in the list. We also have Ramcharitmanas too. So guys, we know that there is a role of print in the religious reforms by Sati Pratha ka khatam hona, widow remarriage, how the ideas were popularized with the help of print. With the help of print, how people raised their voices against Britishers, how they got to know that what actually Britishers are doing with the help of print. Again, we have its role in the women life also. You can talk about Rash Sundari Devi, who wrote Amar Jiban as an autobiography, Bengali women, right, who fought from the family and wrote this book. Kailash Basini Devi, who wrote the book regarding the experience of the life of women. We have Tarabai Shinde and Pandita Ramabai and many more things. Okay, clear? Watch it. Poor and the print, poor people, sorry, print and the poor people. Like we know a reformer, that's Jyotiba Phule from Maharashtra, right, who fought against the caste composition and wrote the book Gulamgiri. Which book, beta? Gulamgiri. We know about B.R. Ambedkar, Ramaswamy Naikar, Kashi Baba, Kanpur mill owner who wrote against the caste composition. Book named as Bade aur Chote Ka Sawal. बहुत सारे minute details in this topic to learn. Yes, this topic needs revision again and again. And then we have print and censorship. What you need to remember from here is Vernacular Press Act. Okay, Vernacular Press Act that was passed by Britishers on the ideas of Irish Press Act. In the island also they did this. Okay, Vernacular Press Act. Acha, do you guys remember the year of Vernacular Press Act or not? Batao. So we know that the press will be okay. So we have a question in front of you. Question in front of you. Match the following newspapers, publications with their publishers or descriptions and choose the correct option. The last slide we studied right now. If you are not having the screenshot, then just download the PDF. Okay, and we have these options in front of you. Solve it. 1878. Correct, Rohit. 1878. Very much correct. Good. Very much. Quite correct. B. I got the answer. Others, what are you doing? Sleeping or what? Slept while learning history. Acha, tell me, was this complete history good or do you want it chapter wise? One question is this, okay? Do you want it chapter wise or complete history is this? Second question, are you going school or you are having leave from the school now? And if you are not going school, just let me know, is the morning time good for you, like 9 a.m, 10 a.m for the live sessions? थक गए सब भाई, मैं भी थक गई अब बताओ, 2 questions है मेरे. I forget the first one. हाँ, I remember. Is it good complete history or do you want it to be chapter wise? Second question, how is morning time for live? What do you consider? No school. Because I think that in the afternoon, you guys have lunch, heavy lunch, and then you feel sleepy. So is that morning time good? Are you guys energetic at that time? No school, good. चलो ये करते हैं अपन. बंगाल गेजेट, जेम्स ऑगस्टस हिकी. सो ए का है 4, as A is 4. Let's eliminate, and B is the correct option. I can see, yes, B is the correct option. Very good. Very good, Rohit. Chalo, we have one more question. Who wrote the autobiography? Amar Jaman, the first full-length autobiography published in Bengali language. Just we read it right now. Tell me the answer. You can divide the whole subject in 2 parts, like geography has 6 chapters, which is hard to cover in single go. Okay, I'll take this recommendation by Rohit. Great. Let's do geography in 2 parts. Good. And add more questions for practice so that you guys might be waken up. D. Yes, it's Rash Sundari Devi. Chalo. Homework questions from the chapter, same chapter, that's print culture. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot, solve it by today. Okay, so we have how many questions for homework? 12 questions. 3 from each section. We have 4 sections. So in total you have 12 questions to write today. By the next live, I will ask you that you wrote these 12 questions, practice these 12 questions or not. Get it? Homework. Take it seriously. I'm not there to check it, but hope I could be there so that I can check whether you guys are doing your efforts or not. But still, be like honest with me, be loyal here. Say, give me the correct one that yes ma'am, I solved this homework questions or not. So here are your homework questions, but one surprise to all my students before ending, we can't leave history without map based questions. Without what? Map based question. Let's practice it little faster. So tell me the place. We'll do it one by one. Don't give all the answers all together. I will be little like feeling confused. Will feel confused if you give all the answers all together. Question number 1, the place where Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place. Just tell me faster. Let's see. Fastest finger first. Who is first here? Do you have any Telegram account where I can send those? Rohit, I don't have the Telegram account. You can sell those. Okay. I'll ask for email ID although. I'll ask them, and if possible, we'll share that with you. Okay? Okay. Amritsar bhai. Amritsar, mark that where in Punjab. Mark it here. The place where Indian National Congress held in 1927. Batao. Identify karna hai, that's why I'm not particular about the location, because from history identified questions are asked. So the place where Indian National Congress session was organized in the year 1927. What is the correct one? Batao. Tell me the answer. Up UP. No. No beta. Lahore, no. Lahore was 1929. It is Madras. It is Madras. 1927 it is Madras. Lahore was 1929. Okay? Abhi mug it up right now. Do not forget it now next time. So see, the place where Gandhiji organized Satyagraha for indigo planters. This you know. This you guys know. Batao. Others also give the answer here. What are you doing? Hello Surya, hello, how are you? Chennai. चेन्नई में क्या हुआ था? The place where गांधी जी organized सत्याग्रह, भाई चंपारण. Rohit, map work is very important. These are your 5 marks, beta. Yeah, Champaran. Okay, see Champaran. Acha, where is Champaran? In which state? Bihar. D. Now coming to question D. D. Champaran, Bihar in 1917. Good, good, good. Ani Star Crafts. Okay. So the place D. The place where Gandhiji broke salt law. Dandi. Very good, very good. This is how I want the answers. Fastest finger first. The place where Gandhiji broke the salt law. E. The place where Gandhiji started CDM, Civil Disobedience Movement. Where? Batao. This is Abhinav. Okay, Abhinav. I'll pronounce it right now. Surya Dandi March. Correct. Okay, beta. Okay, sorry. Madras. Now, the place where Gandhiji started civil disobedience movement. Where he started civil disobedience movement? Yes. You will answer the same thing here because CDM was started with Dandi March. Salt Satyagrah. The place where Indian National Congress session held in September 1920. September 1920. What do you think? What is the correct option to this? September 1920. I got the answer as Nagpur session. Yes, Sabarmati Ashram hai, but how we will mark Sabarmati Ashram in map? Now I know you guys are so much, what we can say, confused between September, है ना, and December session of 1920. Is it? Just let me know. Because every time this question comes, every time we get confused. By in 1920, there was 2 sessions. One was in September and the other was in December. The September session was done in Calcutta. Pay attention. September was done in Calcutta and the December session was done in Nagpur. So, mug it right now. SC, okay, or ND. SC, ND. How you will remember SC? September, Calcutta. Okay? Yes, beta. Okay? Chalo. Now G, the place where non-cooperation movement was called off due to violence. This is very easy. Let me know. Just tell me, beta. The place where non-cooperation movement was called off due to violence. Very easy. February 1922. And the place is, date. Date कैसे mark करूँ map पे? Chauri Chaura. Very good. Chauri Chaura. Good. Last question of the day. The place where Gandhiji organized Satyagraha in favor of cotton milk workers. Very easy. Very easy. हर बार बंजारे की तरह घूमना. No, it was not like that, Rohit. That was not like that. I'll tell you the reason for this. Sorry for what? No issues. Arjun, ma'am, now I have joined. Arjun, welcome here, but you are little late. We are about to end the session, about to end the class, but this class was genuinely helpful as we have dealt whole, like complete history with the help of mind maps, their explanation and the questions associated with that, and homework questions too. So much in just one video, but you can watch it. So yes, Ahmedabad, very good. Ahmedabad for this one, H. Okay, Ahmedabad for the answer as H. So guys, you have successfully completed your history revision for the first time with the help of mind map. Download the PDF, link again given in description. Go to the WhatsApp channel, join that community. But you are definitely going to be feel blessed with this GOAT series because we guys are making efforts on that you guys are also making efforts by sitting continuously in my lecture for about 2.5 hours and giving answers. I genuinely appreciate and respect your efforts. So, students, pay attention. Pay attention that we are in the month of December. Okay, we are in the month of December, and in the starting we decided that we will study from July, then July went, then we will study after first term, then it went, study after pre-boards. Now no time to think that we will study after December. By today you need to study, by today. Starting that with GOAT series, it can be helpful. Bye bye Rohit, Amrit, okay. Abhinav Singh, yeah, Abhinav, so sorry for that. Everyone is like having their different accounts and different names, and it's really impossible for us to remember all of them. So I apologize for that whenever I'm taking your name as wrong. Sorry for that, and grateful that you guys are here. But you should be grateful, right? Ma'am, the session was just very good. Acha, do not forget to join our next sessions, and how you will get the updates. WhatsApp channel, one thing. Subscribe the YouTube channel right now, and if you have not done, you will do it right now in front of me. Like my session, because I can see that you were so many students in the session and I got just so less like. So like this session, we schedule basically our next sessions in prior. You can watch what are the timings of the next classes. There might be slight changes sometimes because we are evaluating. You guys are more free in the morning time and we don't want to waste it, right? For that, stay connected with us. Okay, bye bye today. Enough for today. Now I am also tired. You might also be tired. Bye bye guys. Take care. Study hard. Do all the homework questions I have given into today's session. We will meet in the next class. Okay. Do you have any doubts or shall I leave now? Bye beta. Bye. Okay. Bye.